New York City, WOR. Jim, go ahead, please.
England is not banning your speech. You're free to say anything that you want, but they don't want any troublemakers in England, and they have a right to keep you out. As we have a right.
See, Jim, hold it. Jim, are you able to listen, or you have your opinion made up?
Well,
Are you able to listen?
I'm listening.
Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, to which both the United States and the UK are signatories, Article 19.2 says, everyone shall have the right to freedom of expression. The right shall include freedom to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas of all kinds, regardless of frontiers. You understand what that means, of course.
Yes. And
it just said regardless of frontiers, did it not?
To say anything you want, but they don't want you in England.
Jim, how can I say what I want in England if they won't let me in the country? It says regardless of frontiers. The object was to make certain that people could not be prohibited from coming into the European nations to present their positions.
Any country has got the right to keep anybody out.
No, you are wrong about that. Maybe the Nazis had the right to keep people out, and maybe you are a Nazi. I'm sure you are a fascist, although you consider yourself a great liberal. Look in the mirror. You have become the very thing you feared most on the earth. You have become the Nazi.
The Muslims.
You are the fascist, you schmuck, you. You think you're a great liberal? You are the Nazi fascist.
See what a liar you are?
See? Everyone has the right of freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart information and ideas without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers. So you see, here is a man who thinks he's an old liberal, who is nothing but the man he hated and feared the most. He is his own enemy. He has become his own worst enemy. He's saying, oh, they have a right to keep you out. No, they don't. According to European law, they do not have the right to keep me out. They do not have the right to keep me out of their nation. I have not committed any acts of terror or of violence. Sure, if I was a murderer or a terrorist, I could see where they would say you're an undesirable. But because they abhor my political positions, meaning, remember, only the radical left, socialist labor government has deemed me to be an undesirable. We do not know what the conservative branch of the British government will say. Perhaps one day they will undo this injustice. And perhaps one day I will be invited to England to present my opinions before the House of Commons or the House of Lords or wherever the House is, whatever they call it there. Perhaps one day I will visit England, and it will be England once again. But when you see a man, an old cracker like the man who just called, who I'm sure all of his life has been a left-wing socialist, thinking he stands for the common man and the common good, but he hates my positions because I stand opposed to communism, I stand opposed to socialism, I stand opposed to the lack of freedom in such countries, and he gets on the show and says they have a right to ban you. He doesn't understand what he has become. Doesn't understand it at all.